Rising from the banks of the Yamuna River in northern India, the Taj Mahal stands as one of the most recognizable structures on Earth. Its white marble surfaces shift in tone with the movement of the sun, appearing soft pink at dawn, brilliant white at midday, and luminous gold beneath the moon. For centuries, travelers, poets, and historians have attempted to define what the Taj Mahal truly represents. It is often described as a monument to love, a symbol of imperial ambition, and a masterpiece of architectural achievement. Yet none of these descriptions alone fully capture its meaning. The Taj Mahal is best understood as a convergence of personal grief, political power, artistic vision, and historical circumstance, brought together at a moment when the Mughal Empire stood at the height of its influence. The story of the Taj Mahal begins not with marble or minarets, but with a marriage. In the early 17th century, Prince Khurram, later known as Shah Jahan, was the favored son of the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. In 1612, Khurram married Arjuman Banu Begum, a woman from a prominent Persian noble family. She would later be known by the title Mumtaz Mahal, meaning chosen one of the palace. Their marriage was one of political alliance, as was common among royal families, but contemporary court records suggest that their relationship was unusually close. Mumtaz Mahal accompanied Shah Jahan on military campaigns and remained a trusted confidant in matters of state. Over the course of their marriage, she gave birth to 14 children, 7 of whom survived into adulthood, a testament both to her resilience and to the dangers of childbirth in the 17th century. In 1631, while accompanying Shah Jahan on a military campaign in the Deccan region of India, Mumtaz Mahal went into labor. Complications arose during the birth of their 14th child, and she died shortly afterward. Her death deeply affected the emperor. Court chroniclers describe Shah Jahan entering a prolonged period of mourning, withdrawing from public appearances, and emerging months later visibly aged. While expressions of grief by rulers were often carefully staged, there is little doubt that Mumtaz Mahal's death had a profound personal impact on him. It was in the aftermath of this loss that Shah Jahan resolved to build a mausoleum unlike any the world had seen, a structure that would honor her memory and secure her a place in both the spiritual and physical landscape of the empire. Construction of the Taj Mahal began in 1632 in the city of Agra, which was then one of the principal capitals of the Mughal Empire. The site chosen lay along the Yamuna River, a location that carried symbolic and practical significance. Rivers in Islamic and Persian garden traditions often represented the rivers of paradise described in the Quran, and the Yamuna provided both a scenic backdrop and a vital transportation route for building materials. The project was vast in scale, requiring the coordination of architects, engineers, artisans, and laborers drawn from across the empire and beyond. Historical records indicate that approximately 20,000 workers were involved over the course of construction, including stonecutters, calligraphers, masons, inlay specialists, and laborers. The design of the Taj Mahal reflects the synthesis of artistic traditions that characterized Mughal architecture. Persian influences are evident in the symmetrical layout and the emphasis on geometric harmony, while Islamic elements appear in the domes, arches, and calligraphic inscriptions. Indian craftsmanship is visible in the intricate stone inlay work and the use of local decorative motifs. At the center of the complex stands the mausoleum itself, crowned by a large double dome and flanked by 4 slender minarets. The structure rests on a raised marble platform, which not only elevates it visually, but also protects it from flooding by the river. The minarets are slightly tilted outward, a subtle engineering decision intended to ensure that, in the event of structural failure, they would fall away from the central tomb rather than onto it. The materials used in the construction of the Taj Mahal underscore both its beauty and its cost. The primary building material is white marble, quarried from Makrana in present-day Rajasthan and transported hundreds of kilometers to Agra. Precious and semi-precious stones, including jade, lapis lazuli, turquoise, and carnelian, were sourced from regions as distant as Central Asia and the Middle East. These stones were used in a technique known as pietra dura, in which carefully shaped pieces were inlaid into the marble to create floral and geometric patterns. The calligraphy that adorns the building consists primarily of verses from the Quran, executed in black marble and arranged to appear uniform in size when viewed from the ground, an optical refinement that reveals the meticulous planning behind the monument's design. The Taj Mahal was not built in isolation, but as part of a larger architectural complex. A formal garden stretches out before the mausoleum, divided into quadrants by water channels that reflect the structure above. This garden follows the charbagh layout, a Persian design representing an idealized vision of paradise. At the far end of the complex stands a red sandstone gateway, richly decorated and inscribed, which frames the first view of the mausoleum for visitors entering the grounds. Nearby structures, including a mosque and a guest house, create a sense of balance and symmetry, reinforcing the visual harmony that defines the entire ensemble. While the Taj Mahal is often presented as a timeless expression of love, it is also a product of imperial power. Shah Jahan ruled over one of the wealthiest empires in the world, controlling vast territories and commanding immense resources. The construction of such an ambitious project was possible only because of the empire's administrative sophistication and economic strength. Tax revenues from agriculture, trade, and industry funded the project, while a centralized bureaucracy ensured the steady supply of materials and labor. The Taj Mahal thus served not only as a memorial to Mumtaz Mahal, but also as a statement of Mughal authority, demonstrating the emperor's ability to mobilize the resources of an empire in service of both personal devotion and public display. Discussions of the Taj Mahal's construction have often been clouded by myths, particularly regarding the treatment of workers. Popular legends claim that artisans were mutilated or killed to prevent them from replicating the monument's design elsewhere. There is no credible historical evidence to support these stories. Contemporary Mughal records suggest that workers were paid for their labor, and while conditions were undoubtedly harsh by modern standards, they were typical of large-scale construction projects of the era. Acknowledging the human cost involved means recognizing the physical demands placed on thousands of individuals over 2 decades, without resorting to sensationalized narratives that distort historical reality. By around 1653, the main structure of the Taj Mahal was largely complete, though work on surrounding elements continued for several more years. Shah Jahan himself would not long enjoy the monument he had commissioned. In 1658, he was overthrown by his son Aurangzeb after a brutal war of succession. Shah Jahan spent the final years of his life confined to the Agra fort, from which he could reportedly see the Taj Mahal in the distance. When he died in 1666, he was buried beside Mumtaz Mahal in the central chamber beneath the mausoleum. Their tombs, marked by ornate cenotaphs, lie in perfect alignment, with Shah Jahan's resting place the only asymmetrical element in the entire complex, a quiet reflection of how his burial altered the carefully planned symmetry of the design. In the centuries following Shah Jahan's death, the Mughal Empire gradually declined. Political instability, economic strain, and external pressures weakened imperial authority, and the maintenance of monumental architecture suffered as a result. By the 18th century, the Taj Mahal had begun to show signs of neglect. Gardens fell into disrepair, and precious materials were reportedly removed or damaged during periods of conflict. When the British East India Company established control over much of India, the monument attracted renewed attention from European travelers and administrators. While some early colonial officials treated the site with care, others viewed it as a source of revenue or ornamentation, and instances of looting and alteration occurred. Serious efforts to preserve the Taj Mahal began in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. British Administrator Lord Curzon initiated restoration projects aimed at stabilizing the structure and restoring its gardens, though these efforts were shaped by colonial aesthetics and priorities. After India gained independence in 1947, responsibility for the monument passed to the Indian government, which undertook further conservation measures. In 1983, the Taj Mahal was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, recognized for its outstanding universal value as a masterpiece of human creative genius. In the modern era, the Taj Mahal has become a global cultural icon. Millions of visitors from around the world travel to Agra each year to see it, making tourism a significant part of the local economy. This popularity, however, has brought new challenges. Environmental pollution, particularly from nearby industrial activity, has threatened the marble surface, causing discoloration and erosion. Conservation efforts now include restrictions on vehicle traffic near the site, regulation of industrial emissions, and ongoing cleaning and restoration work. Balancing public access with preservation remains an ongoing concern, reflecting broader questions about how humanity cares for its shared cultural heritage. The Taj Mahal's image has been reproduced endlessly, appearing in literature, film, photography, and popular culture. It has become shorthand for romance and beauty, often detached from its historical context. Yet its enduring power lies in its ability to communicate across time and culture. The monument speaks simultaneously of love and loss, of ambition and devotion, of artistic brilliance and human effort. It embodies a moment when personal emotion and imperial authority intersected, leaving behind a structure that continues to inspire awe centuries later. To understand the Taj Mahal fully is to recognize its complexity. It is neither merely a love story carved in stone, nor simply a display of imperial wealth. It is a historical document built from marble and memory that reflects the values, beliefs, and contradictions of the society that produced it. Shah Jahan's grief gave rise to an architectural vision, but that vision was realized through the labor of thousands and sustained by the power of an empire. Over time, the monument has acquired new meanings, shaped by those who have encountered it, studied it, and sought to preserve it. Standing before the Taj Mahal today, one is confronted not only with its physical beauty, but with the weight of its history. The river flows as it did centuries ago. The marble still catches the light, and the verses inscribed on its walls continue to speak of eternity and the divine. In this way, the Taj Mahal endures as more than a relic of the past. It remains a living symbol, inviting each generation to reflect on the forces that shape human creation and the legacies we choose to leave behind.